Hey everyone, and welcome back. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button and give this video a like if you haven't already. All right, so today we're talking Bitcoin.
Yeah, Bitcoin.
Its mysterious creator, Satoshi Nakamoto.
Mysterious is right.
And the potential threat of quantum computers. I mean, could Satoshi's massive Bitcoin fortune be at risk?
Well, it's definitely a question worth exploring. This idea that quantum computers could one day crack the cryptography that's protecting Bitcoin. It's been around for a while, this idea.
Yeah, and Bitcoin, as we know, is decentralized. No single entity controls it, which is part of the appeal.
Yeah.
But, that also means that if someone were to be able to get control of a lot of Bitcoins, like the ones that are held in Satoshi's wallets,
Right.
it could really have a significant impact on the market.
Exactly. And that's why this possibility of quantum computers being able to break Bitcoin's encryption, it is concerning. Satoshi's wallets, they're thought to be extra vulnerable because they were created, back in the early days of Bitcoin.
Right.
When this whole threat, this potential threat of quantum computing wasn't really widely understood.
So they basically lack that quantum resistance, those safeguards that they've
Yeah.
implemented in newer wallets
Exactly.
to protect against this type of attack. It's kind of like having an old lock that can be easily picked with a new tool.
Yeah, that's a really good analogy.
Thanks.
It's important to remember, though, that quantum computers are still, they're in their early stages of development. It's not like an immediate threat.
Right.
But it is something that the Bitcoin community needs to be prepared for.
Yeah, and there are definitely people out there, experts, who believe that this threat, it could become a reality a lot sooner than we think. Paulo Arduino, the CEO of Tether, has even said that he predicts that Satoshi's Bitcoin wallets could be hacked.
Yeah, Arduino's prediction has definitely gotten some attention. But he also says that, quantum computing is still a ways away from actually being able to crack Bitcoin's encryption on a large scale.
So I guess it's not time to panic just yet.
Not yet, no.
But it does make you wonder, what would happen if a significant portion of that early Bitcoin, all those coins that have just been sitting there dormant for years,
Right.
and then suddenly they become accessible?
Oh, it would for sure have a huge impact on the market. The price of Bitcoin could fluctuate wildly, and it could really undermine confidence in the whole cryptocurrency.
Yeah, it's the scenario that's both fascinating and a little bit unnerving at the same time. And of course, this is all tied to the ongoing mystery of Satoshi Nakamoto's identity. We still don't know for sure who created Bitcoin.
Right.
Or even if Satoshi's just one person or a group of people.
It's true, and that mystery around Satoshi just adds to the intrigue.
For sure.
And there are some people who think that Satoshi might not even be alive anymore.
Yeah, Mike Novogratz, who's a pretty well-known guy in the crypto world,
Yeah.
he has even suggested that. Imagine the creator of this, revolutionary technology is just gone without a trace, and then their fortune is potentially vulnerable to technology that they might not have even imagined.
It's like something out of a thriller. Mystery, intrigue, and potentially enormous sums of money all at stake.
And speaking of money, let's not forget the scale of this potential hack. Satoshi's wallets, they're estimated to hold 1.1 million Bitcoins.
That's right. And if those Bitcoins were to become accessible, whoever controls them would become one of the wealthiest people in the world. Potentially even richer than Bill Gates.
So we've got this potential threat looming on the horizon, a mystery that just keeps captivating the world, and a fortune that could really reshape the global financial landscape.
Absolutely. It's a story that's still being written, and it's going to be really interesting to see how it unfolds.
Yeah, it really is.
So we've talked about the potential impact of quantum computing, on Bitcoin and mystery surrounding Satoshi Nakamoto. But let's actually dive a little bit into the technology itself. What is quantum computing and why is it causing, such a stir?
It's definitely fascinating, and it's a field that is rapidly advancing. Unlike the computers that we use today that use bits, that can be either a 0 or a 1,
Yep.
Quantum computers use qubits.
And those qubits can exist in a state of what they call superposition, which means that they can be both 0 and 1 at the same time. And this allows these quantum computers to perform calculations in a totally different way than traditional computers.
It's almost like being able to explore multiple paths, all at the same time, rather than having to just choose one path and stick with it.
Yeah, that's a great way to put it. And this ability to be able to explore, multiple possibilities all at the same time, that's what gives quantum computers the potential to solve problems that are just way too hard right now for even the most powerful supercomputers.
Yeah, we're talking about problems in fields like medicine, material science, artificial intelligence, and yes, cryptography.
Yeah, the implications for cryptography are definitely significant because, a lot of the encryption algorithms that we use today, including the one that protects Bitcoin,
Right.
they rely on the difficulty of factoring large numbers.
Right. It's a task that would take traditional computers computers an impractical amount of time.
Exactly. But quantum computers, they have the potential to factor large numbers exponentially faster.
Wow.
And that means that encryption algorithms that we thought were really secure, they could become vulnerable to attack.
And that's why this potential threat to Bitcoin is so concerning. Like if a quantum computer could crack Bitcoin's encryption, it could gain control of so many Bitcoins, including those held in Satoshi's wallets.
It's definitely a scenario that the Bitcoin community is aware of.
Yeah.
And they are taking steps to address it.
Okay, good.
So one approach is to develop what they call quantum-resistant algorithms,
Okay.
which are specifically designed to be much more difficult for those quantum computers to crack.
So it's almost like creating like a new type of lock.
Exactly.
It can't be picked with the tools that quantum computers provide.
That's a great way to think about it. It's really a race against time because as quantum computing technology keeps advancing, the development of this quantum-resistant cryptography also has to keep up.
Yeah, for sure. And while the threat to Bitcoin is definitely significant, it's important to remember that the potential applications of quantum computing, they go so far beyond just cryptography.
Absolutely. Quantum computing really has the potential to revolutionize so many fields. Like, let's take medicine, for example. It could be used to design, new drugs, new therapies. You could even simulate biological processes at a molecular level.
Wow.
And even develop personalized treatments based on someone's genetic makeup.
So imagine a world where diseases that are currently incurable are suddenly treatable, where medical treatments are tailored to each patient's unique needs, and where drug discovery is just so much faster, leading to life-saving therapies so much quicker.
Yeah, it's pretty remarkable. And then there's materials science. Quantum computing could enable the design of materials with, specific properties.
Yeah.
Things like strength or flexibility or conductivity or heat resistance, all at the atomic level.
So you could create materials for specific applications, like lightweight but strong materials for aircraft or super efficient solar panels.
Exactly. This could completely revolutionize so many industries, from aerospace and automotive to electronics and energy production.
Wow, it's incredible. So we've talked about medicine and material science. What about finance? Could quantum computing benefit the financial industry, even with this potential threat to Bitcoin?
Oh, absolutely. Quantum computing could totally change so many aspects of finance.
Okay.
From risk management and portfolio optimization to things like fraud detection and algorithmic trading.
So financial institutions could basically use these quantum computers to make more accurate predictions and better decisions.
Yeah, for example, they could develop much more sophisticated risk models, or they could optimize their investment portfolios. They could even detect fraudulent transactions happening in real time, or even develop these algorithmic trading strategies that could adapt to these rapidly changing market conditions.
Wow. So quantum computing could actually make the financial system more efficient, more secure, and more resilient.
That's right. It's a really powerful tool with the potential to benefit so many industries.
It seems like the possibilities are pretty much endless. Is there anything that quantum computing can't do?
Well, the potential applications are vast.
Yeah.
And we're honestly still just in the very early stages of development. New breakthroughs are happening all the time.
So the best is yet to come.
Absolutely. The quantum revolution is just getting started.
It's a very exciting time to be alive. Okay, so we've talked about some of the potential threats of quantum computing and some of the ethical considerations, but let's look at all the incredible opportunities that this technology offers us.
Yeah, the possibilities are just vast. We're already seeing such exciting developments in fields like medicine, materials science, finance.
Let's start with medicine. How is quantum computing already making a difference in healthcare?
Well, one area where we're seeing some really impressive progress is in drug discovery and development. So quantum computers, they can simulate how molecules interact, like at a level of detail that's just not possible with our regular computers.
Oh, wow. So instead of, spending years testing out all these thousands of potential drug candidates in a lab,
Right.
researchers can actually use quantum computers to narrow down those candidates way faster.
Exactly. And that could really speed up, the development of new drugs and therapies, especially for those diseases that right now we just don't have a cure for. And it could also lead to, more effective treatments for the conditions that we already know with fewer side effects. And it goes even beyond just developing new drugs. Quantum computing can also improve medical imaging. It can even personalize treatments based on a patient's genes and develop new diagnostic tools.
So it's really about improving the quality of life for millions of people around the world. What about material science? How's quantum computing impacting that field?
Well, just imagine if you could design materials at the atomic level, like giving them specific properties.
So we could create, materials with specific purposes, like lightweight but super strong materials for airplanes or more efficient solar panels.
Exactly. I mean, it could completely revolutionize industries, aerospace, automotive, electronics, energy production.
So we talked about medicine, material science. What about finance? Even with this potential threat to Bitcoin, could quantum computing still benefit the financial industry?
Absolutely. Quantum computing could totally change so many aspects of finance: risk management, portfolio optimization, fraud detection, algorithmic trading.
So it's like giving these financial institutions the power to make much more accurate predictions and better decisions.
Right. Like they could develop these really sophisticated risk models, optimize investment portfolios. They could detect fraudulent transactions happening right as they happen, or even create these algorithmic trading strategies that can change as the market changes.
Well, quantum computing could really make our financial system more efficient, more secure, and more resilient all at the same time.
It's a really powerful tool, and it can benefit so many industries.
It sounds like the possibilities are endless. Is there anything that quantum computing can't do?
Well, we are still in the very early stages of this technology, and there are new breakthroughs happening all the time. So who knows what the future holds?
So the best is yet to come.
Absolutely. The quantum revolution is just getting started.
This has been such a fascinating conversation. Thanks for breaking all this down for us. And for all of you listening, thank you for joining us on this deep dive into the world of quantum computing. It's clear that this technology has the potential to change our world in some really big ways. So until next time, keep exploring, keep asking questions, and keep pushing the boundaries of what's possible.